my therapist just diagnosed me with caregiver fatigue or caregiver burnout. Which is like, I mean, as a therapist, of course I've heard of this. I mean, yeah. But it's so weird to have another therapist tell you that you have this, that this is happening for you. Sorry, allergies. And when she said it, I was like, yes, like, yeah, that feels right. That sounds right. And it's also like so depressing and so hard to acknowledge that I'm burnt out from loving other people. It's like, that's so fucked up. But I'm fatigued. Like, I was like, I just feel all this pressure all around me. And it's a little from my husband, of course, you caregive, but it's his kids, my stepkids. And one doesn't even live with us. And I feel a lot of pressure from her, and not by her choice, but I just do. And then the two that live with us, and I just feel all this pressure, and it's not just pressure to give them money or help them financially, which is there, but they are what you would call in my business failure to thrive. So they have not learned, some of them, basic life skills from either parent or both to set them up for success. So when I married into this family and I saw all the gaps, I just ran like, oh my God, let me fix this. Let me help this. And now after 7 years, I'm like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. And the needs change as they get older and they get higher. The needs get higher and higher and higher and harder because now they need to be out of the house and they can't launch and they can't thrive and they are failing to do that. And it's just really hard. And so, without her telling me what to do, she was like, you can either, at this point, when you're really exhausted and tapped out, you can either lean in further and do more for them, or you can lean back. And I'm like, it's funny because my instinct is to lean in, which of course is like self-harm. I mean, why would I do that? Because I want to help. Because I'm a fucking helper. But I need to self-preserve, not self-harm. So I need to back out. And it makes my stomach go in knots thinking that, because it's not my nature. But if I have caregiver burnout, I gotta tap out. And so I need to do some reading on this. I need to talk to my husband and tell him that this is how I'm feeling, and illustrate this has nothing to do with my love for them at all. It's in fact because I do love them so much that I'm doing it. It is in fact because I do want so much for them. Because if I didn't, I would just be like, not my problem. Bye. What? No. And I'm the opposite. I give too much. I love too much. So, and I need to really accept, which I haven't done, that these kids will be part of our lives in a financial way forever. And I feel sick saying that because I'm fucking terrified that they'll never be self-sufficient. I mean, I remember being in my 30s and asking my mom for help for rent and hating myself for it. But in general, I was pretty self-sufficient. I worked 2 jobs. I was, voice acting on Avatar. I was doing a lot of things, and I might have needed a little extra. It wasn't every time. And it was inconsistent. I didn't consistently need that. And I was such a doer and made great choices in my life that it was easy for her to do it. Because I wasn't a failure to thrive. I was thriving. But so far, and not because it's their fault, they are failing to thrive. And so I'm terrified they're ever going to get to that point, and that we're just going to keep siphoning money to all of them all the time, forever, for years. And then they're going to have grandbabies, and then we're fucked. And then my husband will raise them, and I don't want to. So it will eventually, potentially end our marriage. So fucked up to say. But it's true, because I do not want to raise other people's children. I didn't want to raise my own. I didn't have any. I don't want to raise people's kids. I don't want to raise grandchildren. And he's okay with it. So there's a huge gap there in what we both want in the future. So I'm going through it. But it did feel really oddly good to hear that there's a name for it. It felt so good to hear that, oh, this is a thing. People go through this. And I'm going through it. So the good news is there's a name. The good news is, if you name it, you tame it. That's what we say, right? If you can name it, you can tame it. And I'm naming it, and I have this fatigue, and now I can get my head around it, and I can go, okay, this can be explained. And I can do some research on this, and I can infuse breath into my life, and I can start to add things in my life that make me happy and give me self-care to combat the impact of this fatigue. Because it isn't just, oh, there's some pressure. This is serious. And I'm just so glad that you're here for me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this, for listening to me. And I don't know if anyone else goes through this. I don't know, but thank you.